everybody. Today I thought I'd share a little bit about our Yoga for Osteoporosis class. This popular and unique class is one that I developed based on the needs of our students, but also because I've done so much extensive research on the things that really work to improve bone health, strength, stamina, flexibility, and balance, which many people with osteoporosis have. I think people are often surprised when they come to the class at how challenging it is. People think it's just for little old ladies, so it's not. A lot of people have low bone mass, but they're very strong, or they may have balance challenges, but they still can get better. I've been amazed at how much stronger people have gotten as they do this repeatedly, and we are offering this through our remote live stream instruction. So we know from research that a couple of things that really improve bone health. One is impact, when you strike your heel, for example, against the floor. So we'll do some exercises where we're just really trying to stimulate that bone in and out. One of the things we also know that helps bone mass is change of direction. So you're always wanting to surprise the bone in some way. And then resistance exercises. Sometimes we will use a band or a strap, which I'm not using today, but I just want to give you an idea of some of the exercises we would do. This will be a more faster paced program than I would typically teach because I'm also trying to cultivate mindfulness when we do our yoga class. In Yoga for Osteoporosis, we're working a lot on expansiveness because one thing that people with low bone mass have is compression. So you'll see us do a lot of movements even when we do our warrior poses, for example, that are not coming in together but are broad and open and creating some space into the spine. We do some typical poses that you would have here, such as a pigeon pose, but we're not going to do it in a way that rounds the low back. Try it yourself as you bring this one foot over the other and you press down, stimulating the foot into the thigh, and that opposite heel pressing down too. You're not only getting a fantastic stretch here in the hip and a nice flat back, you're getting tremendous resistance into the heel bones, which is a really important thing for stimulating growth into the hip. And then, of course, we would change sides and do that too. So, as I said, you're going to see some typical yoga poses. We do one called Bharadvajasana, which is a nice twisting pose. Again, we're going to use our resistance in our wrist, which is a common fracture point, pulling the abdominals in. With osteoporosis, one of the things you want to be really careful about is doing a torqued twist. We don't want to fracture with low bone mass, but we do need to rotate slightly because all bodies do rotate. We are just going to do it with a lot of precision and knowing what is the most effective way to gently twist without a counter twist. We often will use the chair for poses where we're stretching, as in a low lunge position, but then we also may do, or the side angle position, we also may do those in a standing position. So in a typical class, we'll start in a seated position and do some of our movements here and work on a little bit of openness and stretch, and then we'll take some of those same poses into a standing position. One of the things we always do is getting up and down from a chair. It's vital that we get the hip strength, the core strength to be able to come up and down and do it in a way that does not round your low back or round your cervical spine. So I will work on several series of helping people just hover off of a chair in a nice flat back position here and then draw back down. And we'll build the stages here, perhaps then challenging the balance as we take the arms out, and then another time we'll come back up and we'll work to an arm position that looks more like this. When we do work onto a chair, and I'm going to turn it to the side just to show you how we might do this, we're again doing some strong adaptive poses. Here would be a warrior one position, Virabhadrasana 1. Drawing the arms up here, really stressing the bone, nice open position, because really this pose is about a gentle back bend. We might then take and straighten the leg going into pyramid pose here. The chair is there for those who may need it, others may not, but we always want to be inclusive in this class, and there's ways to make this class always more challenging and ways to accommodate those who need a little bit more gentle approach. We could take again, that's the other side, and just really working on the stresses of the body that we know are so healthy for bone improvement. We have seen some tremendous growth, people improving their DEXA scan scores, their balance, their height through these kind of exercises. There's a lot of good research that shows that this has a great effect. We also do work a lot on our balance. So as we're doing something here, like a warrior 3 pose, some people may just be happy getting that leg up in the air. For others, perhaps they're taking the opposite arm to stretch there, to target their core muscles, to press it behind. So there's many different ways that we can do this and have a nice flow at the same time. So I've loved to see the way people have progressed, have gotten really strong with this. We may do some adaptive poses here, such as a revolving side angle, but we're taking the wrist, the heels into the floor and stressing them, not just trying to get into the deepest pose you can have, but one that's going to be very meaningful to the body in front of us. We have a lot of fun. These are just some examples of poses and exercises that we do. We'd love to have you join us. It's a good class for everyone. Men and women have osteoporosis. Thanks so much. See you next time.